Okay, this is the Ontario ASEK, ASEK. They didn't come up with that acronym. That was the military, Air Force, and I think the Navy. Forget what it stands for. Like all military acronyms, they change about every 3 years, so it'll probably change on the next knife that they do. It's an aircrew survival knife. So it's like the old jet pilot survival knife. It's its successor. So this is a successor to the jet pilot survival knife, like I said. The blade is very similar. There's no fullers in it. That was left over from the Marbles Ideal, which was the first jet pilot survival knife that the military issued. So they did away with the fullers, which I kind of sad to see go because they're just iconic. They serve no useful purpose. They don't make the knife stronger. People will tell you that's the case, but it's not. You can't take away steel and make a knife stronger. You can't smash steel and make a knife stronger. It has it just doesn't. A lot of people say it's like an I-beam shape, which it is, but an I-beam is a flat piece of metal that they put other flat pieces of metal on the top and bottom to reinforce it. A fuller, or some people call it blood groove, is either ground away or pressed by forging. So it adds no strength. It may lighten the knife some, but talking a few ounces, who cares? I don't. I like them for the Americana aspect of them. Yeah, they were on other knives before they were on American knives, but I mean the overall look of the jet pilot survival knife. It doesn't seem like a JPK without them. But moving past that, the other changes are that they have changed the bolt on the end, the shape. It's no longer hexagonal like a real bolt. It is kind of a rounded square, and they've put a glass breaker on the end of it. Also sad to see the bolt go. It's once again part of the jet pilot survival knife. The function remains the same, and for those who like who are in some area, some place, some vehicle where they need to break glass, this will be a plus. They rubber coated the guard as well as the handle. The saw teeth actually are a little bit more aggressive than the JPKs, the pilot's knives. The swedge is blunt. There's no sharpness to it. And they've added serrations. And this is where we're going to lose a lot of people in the woodsman arena, bushcraft arena, and I think unnecessarily so. I had prejudice against the serrations just because I thought they were unnecessary, and for the most part they are. They're like saw teeth. You don't have to have them, but I actually really like them on this knife. They make shavings just beautifully, effortlessly. I don't need a flat edge there, really. I can't think of any reason I would need it. So I don't mind them. I actually like them. After using them, I've used this knife, as you can tell, quite a bit, and I love them. I really do. I think they're great. Someday I'll probably add an option to my knives with serration. I'll probably sell about 2 of them, and that's okay. But I'll use one because I like them. The sawback is not going to cut a cord's worth of wood. You can watch my other videos on sawbacks if you want, if you're interested in that. But it is useful, in my opinion. I use it for a lot of things: scoring wood, filing things, bone, plastic, whatever. These things don't cut well. You're not going to cut as well as some other sawbacks, but they're not made to cut wood. They're made to rip through aluminum and plexiglass cockpits. So don't buy this knife thinking that you're going to be cutting a lot of limbs and stuff with them. You can do it. You can cut down a little bit of a ways, and these actually perform better than the old JPK saw teeth because this knife has a full height grind, which is another aspect that I want to talk about. Doing away with the fuller is actually a good thing as far as performance. When the fuller is there, the grind stops at the fuller. When it's gone, the grind, they have taken it all the way up to full height, which is a much better cutter, first of all. Secondly, it's much better for the saw teeth because now the saw teeth are the widest part of the knife blade, so they're gonna cut their own kerf, and the rest of the blade is gonna pass through a lot easier. So these teeth actually cut a lot better than any previous JPK before it. So here we go. Once again, I'm using Hedge. It's a very good test wood. Like I said in previous videos, it splits really well. It's very, very hard, but it splits really well. So batoning, it is actually not that hard. When you cross cut it or you hit a knot, then you run into the infamous hardness of Hedge, and has destroyed a lot of knives, also known as Osage Orange or Bow Dark.
The devil that you know is better than the one you don't, and so it goes.
The guard is a double guard. That really messes with a lot of people in bushcraft. You know, they they lose their minds over a double guard because they gotta put their hand on the back of the knife. First of all, you can do it. Second of all, I don't ever do it. So the double guard is actually, I like a lot, because when I am stabbing like this, it's just extra security, and it feels really, really comfortable, and no worries. So double guards are a good thing in my opinion. This knife comes with a really, I think, a really cool sheath. It's required by the military to be able to attach to a belt, a vest, pals, webbing to the leg. It has multiple ways to attach it, and that's very handy. It's ambidextrous. Right or left-handed, you can stick the knife in either way. Doesn't affect it. It comes with a what would you call it? Strap cutter or parachute sort of a knife. It's made to cut the lead lines and rigging on a parachute. I'll show you that here in a second. It also comes with a ceramic rod to sharpen the serrations, which the government required for this design. Here's the escape slash parachute knife slash sharpener slash straight screwdriver. This comes in the sheath. In the back of the sheath, it rides behind the knife. These blades are changeable. They have Phillips screw head. You can change them out. Here's the ceramic rod to sharpen the serrations, which is really handy. You can also change the blade on the screwdriver out.
Like lonely ghosts at a roadside cross, we stay because we don't know where else to go. The places are old haunts, will miss us when we're gone. We can never move on. So like lonely ghosts at a roadside cross.
This knife is actually thicker, I think, than the old JPKs. Well, I take that back. It's thicker than the old Marbles JPKs, which were the first ones, and they were about an 1/8 inch thick. These, I think, are right around 3/16, and they're about the same size as the Ontario JPKs, you know, the more modern ones. So this is a fairly thick knife, but it cuts pretty well because of the full height grind. Alright, now for some shavings, and this is where a lot of people really freak out on the serrations. and I'm going to tell you, in my opinion, it's a huge benefit for shavings. Now, those aren't Moore's quality or anything like that, but those will work. And you see how fast I did them. I wasn't even trying to guide the knife, try and get the right angle or anything like that. Just put it on there and go. I mean, those are like hairs because of the serrations.
It's better than the one you know. Like lonely ghosts at a roadside cross, we stay because we don't know where else to go. We stay because we don't know where else to go.
Do a little bit of prying with it. I do not recommend that with this knife. It'd probably handle it all right, but it's obviously not built for heavy prying. Use common sense. See, like right there, the first one that I slammed in was punky, and I knew I could chip it out no problem. That one's very solid. So, common sense is needed here. I don't want to break the tip on this knife. You can see it's like a vise. There's no point in going any farther because I know I can break this. I know I'll break it if I do that. So, if you need to chip something out like that, just go at it in small increments. See how much less of the tip I'm sticking in now? Before I had it buried very deep, like that. That's a little bit soft there, so I could do it. That's not soft. I mean, this thing throws crazy sparks when you do this on the serrations. Same with the saw teeth. I mean, they just throw crazy sparks. Alright, there you go. ASEK, Ontario ASEK, part of the Jet Pilot lineage. If there were 10 stars available, to rate this, I'd rate it at 11. For the price, you just can't beat it, I don't think. It's got lots of great features, lots of great uses. It's not going to be super insanely tough, like some custom knives you'll get, but it's made to get you through the situation. Used sensibly, you're going to be fine. I love it. I think you can't go wrong with it. If you treat it badly, yeah, it's going to break. It can break any knife. Here, I don't know if you can see it or not. It's got a bit of a bend in it, where I was really prying hard with it. That's part of it. I'd rather have it bend than have it break. That doesn't affect it for me, is what I'm trying to say. I use it, beyond what it's really supposed to be used for, or even sensibly at points have in the past. So I think it's a great value, great American-made knife, and I think it'll last you years and years and years if you use it right. I appreciate you watching. Thanks.